All right, everyone, welcome to Simply Junkin' and Journaling. We are going to do Tag Tuesday. I'm going to try doing this every Tuesday, and this is the first one, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if this is the kind of style that you guys like. I'm kind of just doing a voiceover and just kind of playing around in this. If you would prefer to do a in the real life kind of style crafting where I'm talking as I'm crafting, let me know that. It's probably going to be a longer video, of course, but I know there's quite a few of the junk journaling community that does that. So if that's the kind of style that you'd prefer, let me know. So I have a few tags that I had in the past covered previously. So I'm gonna, that saves me time to where I don't have to, cover the tags already. These are just pieces of paper that I already had in my stash, and I covered with some scrapbook paper and stuff that I already had in my, like I said, in my stash. But this is a newer book that I just previously got. This is a book that I got off of Amazon. It's a junk journaling book, and I was kind of going for a little bit more of a steampunk look this time. I've been really getting into that. I am going to be using some Tim Holtz. Like I said in my introduction to me, if you guys haven't watched that, go check that out too. Tim Holtz is kind of spendy. You can get them off of Amazon. You can get them at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. Granted, his stuff has a little bit of a spence to it. But you can also get similar stuff of his, or similar stuff of his from Amazon as well that is not Tim Holtz and is cheaper. Just so you guys are aware of that. It's not always gotta be exactly Tim Holtz stuff. So keep that in mind. So on this, there is punch outs and then there's stickers. I ended up taking the little compass here, and I'm using my art glitter glue, and I just stuck that down. I'm just kind of flipping through pages here. It kind of gives you an idea of what's all in here as well. I decided to pull off some of these little sticker gears. I do have like actual metal ones. Some are plastic, some are metal. That I've gotten off of, oh my gosh, I got them from Amazon. I've gotten them from Temu before. Stuff like that I've had in my past. I do have them still, but I decided I wanted to keep this pretty flat, so I didn't use those. I used the sticker ones, and I wanted this to kind of be a little bit of a traveling thing since it had the maps and stuff on the back. So I went with an air balloon here. I was wanting to do like a train of some sort or something, but I just thought it was going to be a little big for this tag. Here I'm pulling out some of my Tim Holtz figures. I'm trying to find someone that looks a little steampunky. I kind of wanted like the top hat, maybe a suitcase in his hand or something. I was trying to figure out someone that would fit along with my whole steampunk look, with the whole look that we're going with the gears and everything like that. This little gentleman that I have here has flowers in his hand and a suitcase, and he does have kind of like a little bit of a top hat to him. I was just kind of searching through and see what else I had, and I come across one that I liked better. This one had an umbrella in his hand, but he had more of a top hat, and I really liked him. I liked how he was just kind of like standing and everything. He just kind of looked like he had more of a rugged appearance, so I was gonna go with him. Now I'm just gonna glue him down through this whole video, I got ahead of myself, and I do like to go around the edges with some of my deoxide, and I didn't do that with barely any of these. So I don't know if I was just excited for me using... Oh my gosh, excuse me. Me excited about using this new book or what it was, but I don't know. I was getting ahead of myself and I didn't even ink anything up. I did add a little suitcase down here at the bottom of him since he didn't have one in his hand. I figured I would add one to him. And I am going to add some words to all of my tags today. I'm going to close this up and we're going to find the perfect quote. Now, some of these, they do get a little snarky, but I like snarky to a certain extent. I am very sarcastic, and so is my husband. We kind of banter around a lot, but we know we're joking. I am also a Christian, so we, I have standards. Let's put it that way. But I know that these are all just kind of fun and joking around. And if I ever put something on here, I do not put anything on here that for an offending kind of stance. I'm going to make that perfectly clear here and now, so I don't have to explain it later. So if I put something on here that you're just like, oh, that doesn't sound very friendly, I'm snarky. And it is just what it is. Does that mean I think of that the way that is in real life? No. 100% not. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be humorous. We're having fun here. So it's all about fun. This one here says I need a 6 month vacation twice a year. Who doesn't want that? So that one is a little snarky. Granted, these are just fun. But like I said, I wasn't expecting that one to offend anybody. But it's just, I'm just throwing that out there because some of them can get kind of a little, some of those in that book can be a little I'll be honest, some of them are a little oh my gosh, I can't believe it. That's in one of those books. I know there's one in there that says, who opened a bag of idiots and left it open or something like that. Just funky, humorous, snarky comments. And like I said, I like snarky. I don't take anything literal like that. Of course, I took my crocodile and I punched a hole, and then I put one of my eyelets in here, and now we're going to add some jute twine. I went with a jute because it's a little bit more rugged. If I had something a little bit more like leather or something like that would fit in these, I would definitely add the leather because that would go a little bit more with the steampunk look. I tried breaking up every single tag into a project here. Let me know again if you prefer that, or if you... we're all new. I'm new at this. This is a new channel, so I can play around with it, guys. This is all going to be based on what I want to do. And I ended up skipping this page earlier. I didn't even realize. I was like, I knew I had some guys in here. Could have sworn I did. So, when I flip back through it, I'm like, oh, there's my men in this book. So I was happy to see that. So here we're going to stick another one on here. I would have actually used one of these instead of the Tim Holtz on the last one if I would have saw it, to be honest, because this guy would have fit perfectly on that other one, on the other page. But he works great on this one as well. The gentleman is a little rugged again, but he's holding a suitcase and he looks like he's on a mission. He also has a compass in the back. This one was already built into the paper. And then I'm adding a little quote up there that says, adventure begins. I'm adding some gears to the side here. And now we're just going to cut off the excess here because some of the little items did kind of go over along the sides of it. And that's fine. We're just going to trim them back. just a tiny bit. This one was pretty much all stickers, so it worked out pretty nicely. I think I do add a couple more. Yeah, I do add a couple more things to him. I'm gonna add a quote to him. Oh no, I don't. I added "The Adventure Begins." That is the quote that I add to him. I'm gonna add I wanted to add something else up in that corner. It was I just felt like it needed something else. So I'm searching. These are actually Tim Holtz. I don't end up using any of these. But I'm searching through these. They're just like little labels and stuff from Tim Holtz. But like I said, I don't end up using these. And I pulled these out. These I just recently got off of Amazon as well. They are cardstock, but they're like, they look like they have leather or like rusty vintage look to them. I liked the 18 for some reason. I thought it looked very cool. I also have some stickers down below that are like these ones right here. They're almost like signs. These are also off of Amazon. Some of these I could probably try to link in the description box below, guys, if any of you are interested in it. But I'm just going to stick that right on him, right above his shoulder there. I said I do not add that. I'm actually going to add this little number 18. And I'm going to end up grabbing my crocodile here and punching a hole in it, and then I'm going to add a little bulb pin. I'm going to add another crocodile, another hole from my crocodile up here, and then we're going to put in the eyelet. And then here's where I'm going to add in the ball pin. Getting ahead of myself. But the other one is just a tiny bit smaller. I don't have eyelets that are, see, I even tried putting it in there. I don't have eyelets that are that small, so I couldn't use it for that. But we are just gonna go with the flow. And I'm just gonna add this right to the side here. And I actually end up doing it the wrong way, so I actually have to take it apart again and flip it around because it ends up turning around backwards, and I'm like, no, I don't like that. We got to make sure that it's facing the way that we want to face it. So here I'm have to turning it around, and now I have to close it back up again. But I actually think it turned out really cool. It has a little dangle, and then we're gonna add some more jute to the top here to finish this little tag off. Just like that. Project number 3, and this one, these again, I already had these covered. Didn't have to do anything with it. This is actually just a piece of trash. I mean, granted, we are always going to use trash in our junk journals. So this is actually part of the packaging that I got for this project, or for this. I got a bunch of stickers that are, and I could have used them, but I figured since I had these, I would use these too. But they're stickers of the, spit it out, Tiffany. The little, oh my gosh, the fences. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a freaking blank on words today. Good grief. On the fences here. So I figured, well, since I have the packaging, I will use the package of the fence. So I used the fence of the packaging. The problem with it is that they had a bunch of the inside stuff in it. So I'm actually cutting all that out, but I'm going to save you the trouble and watching me cut every single one. I'm just kind of nitpicky, and I wanted to be able to see through the entire fence. So now I'm going to kind of go through a bunch of my flowers here. I'm trying to pick out the right ones. The ones I absolutely wanted. I did like these purple ones. I pulled out this red flower here, but I don't actually go with that one on this one. I'll actually use that one on the next tag. So, save me a trouble. I end up going with these bluebells here. So we're kind of making like a little flower garden. And my voice is starting to act up. Sorry guys, I'm still not 100% yet, surprisingly. Anyway, we're grabbing some of the hot glue. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm getting tongue-tied. Some of my art glitter glue, and we're going to glue down our cute little bluebells back here. Just like that. I'm making sure that the whole fence lines up and it looks great. And then we're going to stick this little girl down here. She is the cutest little thing ever. She's holding a little baby doll. This is not a Tim Holtz one. She is very similar to Tim Holtz, but she is one that I've gotten off of Amazon, and you get a bunch of them in the packs. But I just don't have all this like plain black and white. There's some of them that are a little bit more like the vintage coloring, which I was totally fine with. But these are, I think, a little bit cheaper than some of the Tim Holtz brand. So I picked them up as well. And then I'm going to add the little fence down in front of her, like she's walking through a little garden with her little baby, like she's taking the little baby on a walk. And then I'm going to add these flowers. I originally was like trying to think of how to tuck it in behind it, but I was like, nope, we're going to go right in front. Like it's growing up along the railing of the fencing or something. And there you have it. Super cute. Now we're just going to punch our little hole and then add our crocodile, or oh my gosh, add our little eyelet. Get all of that set. My crocodile was actually locking up on me on these. I don't know if something was getting caught or something, but I was having issues with a couple of these, but it wasn't all of them. And I went with some rickrack on this one and the next one. It seemed a little bit more feminine. And we're just going to push that through. This one was also a little bit tougher to get through the hole, but we managed. And then after I get this all set up, we are going to pick out another little quote for this one here. So we're going to grab out our book here and pick out another little quote. And this one I just went a little simple, and it says, "Be awesome today." I thought it would be so cute for a little girl. And And then we're going to go on to our last and final project, which is project number 4. And like I said, I did kind of want to try to use, I thought it would be really pretty on these music notes. So I went with the rose. And then I picked that number 1 out when I was digging through the other ones. I really liked how it looked. It has kind of like a green mossy look, and then it has like rust color along the sides of it. I'm digging through my ones that I've got off of Amazon that are not Tim Holtz. So these aren't Tim Holtz ones. These are the ones I was using prior with the little girl as well. So I was looking to see what we had in there. And I come across her, and she seemed very elegant and very, very proper. So I thought she would look good with the rose and everything. I actually liked the rose better the way I had it prior, but when I put it down, I couldn't remember how I had it, to be honest with you. I didn't realize that until after I was editing this, that I had it flipped, and I had the leaves on the top, not on the bottom, but it is what it is. Now I'm going to glue everything down. I glued the one down towards the bottom, and then I'm going to glue her with her head on this rose here, with her body down towards the bottom. This one come together pretty quickly. I'm going to trim, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, okay, I'm going to find my words here. I went in here and I found a snarky little word here, or a quote, I guess. It was, me sarcastic? Never. She just seems like she'd have that kind of attitude. So I just thought it'd be cute to set that in here. And then I was like, she's missing something up here at the very corner of her. And I was trying to find something. I thought this was just too much. It was too long. So I didn't want to go with that. It was just covering way too much of the page. So I did go in with one of these little labels. These are, like I said, the ones from Tim Holtz. And I just wanted to add one of these real quick to the corner of this. I'm just trying to find the right color and the right one that I really liked. I am going to ink this one up just a little bit. And just stick that in this little left hand corner. And then to finish this all off, I did punch the hole and use my crocodile with the eyelets here. My camera ended up shutting off. I mean, granted, you guys know how to put string through this eyelet. I've showed you it through 3 times now. But my camera ended up shutting off on me when I was finishing this up, just because I think it was getting overheated. I was leaving it on too long, so I didn't actually get a chance to show you the string on here. But you will see it in the final reveal, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys' preference are in the styling and how we're doing all this, and let me know what you guys think of these tags. Give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. If I don't have a regular video for you next time, you'll see me next Tuesday for sure, because I do Tags Tuesdays. I'm going to try doing Tag Tuesdays every Tuesday. So let me know what you guys think of our little steampunk tags, and then our sweet little girl here that's walking through her garden, and then our snarky, I really liked that one. Obviously I wanted to show you that one quite a lot. And then our snarky little lady that says that she's not sarcastic. So let me know what you guys think. God bless you all. I hope you guys enjoyed all of this. And I will see you all in the next one. As Ryan is cheering us on with Miss Biscuit and saying goodbye. God bless you all, and I'll see you guys, like I said, in the next one. Bye.